Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sangeeta and I want to wish all of you happy Diwali in advance. And today we will see the fold classification on the basis of various factors like sense of curvature, stratigraphic direction, symmetry, orientation of axial plane, plunge of fold axis, curvature of hinge line, curvature of axial plane, interleaved angle, shape of hinge and geometrical relation with neighboring structures. So I cannot cover all of these factors in a single video. So I will take one factor one by one in each video. So today I will teach you about the orientation of axial plane. So let's start with it. So before going into that, first of all I want to tell you about the hinge point, fold axis and hinge line. What is hinge point? Suppose this is my fold, this is another fold, this is another fold, and these are limbs of fold, or you can also call flank. So what is a hinge point? This is a circle and this is a smaller circle. So hinge point, it is the maximum curvature point. So this point will be hinge point is the maximum curvature point. So this point will be hinge point, and for this fold, this will be hinge point. This. And by joining all the hinge points like this, we get a hinge line, or you can also say a fold axis. So any line which run parallel to the fold surface will give the fold axis. Fold on the basis of axial plane, upright fold, recumbent fold and inclined fold, reclined fold. What is axial plane? Suppose this is our fold. Axial plane, it is an imaginary plane which passes through the hinge line. These are hinge line, this hinge point of hinge line. So axial plane will pass through the hinge line or fold axis. Upright fold, it will have a vertical axial plane, and recumbent fold will have axial plane dip at angle less than 10 degree. You can also say that it has horizontal axial plane, and inclined plane fold, as the name suggests, it will have an inclined axial plane instead of horizontal or vertical. And reclined fold, it will have pitch of fold axis with strike of axial plane between 80 to 100 degree. So let's see their illustration in diagram. Upright fold, then recumbent, then inclined fold, and after this I have drawn for the reclined fold. So you can see from this diagram, this is the fold, and the plane which passes through the hinge line is axial plane. So this is the axial plane for upright, this is the axial plane for recumbent, this is the axial plane for the inclined fold, and this is the axial plane for the reclined fold, this one. So this is the axial plane, this one is axial plane. So in the upright fold, as I have told, it will have a vertical axial plane. So you can see that the axial plane is vertical. So this is for the upright fold. In the recumbent, I have told you its axial plane will be horizontal. So it is horizontal. And for the and for the inclined fold, the axial plane is inclined in this direction. Okay. And for the reclined fold, the axial plane is dipping, or if you can consider this as strike and this as the dip of the axial plane. So you can see that it is at high angle with the fold axis. So this is your fold axis. This is approximately 90 degree. What is the fold axis? This point will be the fold axis. Fold axis for this fold is this one. For this is this one. And this is the. So now we will see how these folds got plotted on the stereo net. So first of all, I will do for upright. This was the upright fold. This was the axial plane. You can see the axial plane for upright fold is vertical, almost 90 degree. So I will draw a circle. This is a primitive circle or also called outer circle, and dip on the outer circle is always 0 because we take outer circle as a horizontal plane on the stereonets. So its dip will be 0. So how we will plot the fold axis and axial plane? Suppose this our fold axis will be here and axial plane as it is vertical. So if we plot the upright fold, we will plot it like this. A straight line will give us the axial plane, and this will be our fold axis which will lie on the outer circle, and axial plane is represented by the straight line. And what about the recumbent fold? For recumbent fold, you can see that the both fold axis and the axial plane, they are horizontal. Fold and axial plane, they are horizontal. So where we will plot the fold axis? Your fold axis will lie here on the outer circle, because outer circle is also called primitive circle and its dip is always 0 because we take outer circle in stereonet as a horizontal plane. Okay, so but in the recumbent, the axial plane is also dipping horizontal, so axial plane will also lie on the outer circle. Okay, and what are the symbol we can use for the upright fold? This is the symbol. And for the recumbent, okay, so for inclined fold, I have drawn this. So this is my fold. So this will be your axial plane. Axial plane will be inclined. So how inclination is shown in the stereonet? This is the this is the outer circle. This is the fold axis. So for inclination, suppose suppose this axial plane is dipping in this direction. So we will draw it this way. This will be your axial plane and the fold axis will lie on the outer circle, which is our horizontal plane. Okay, so if it was dipping in this direction, so we would have taken it over this direction like this. Okay, what about reclined fold? So you can see that the pitch of the fold axis lies approximately 90 degree. So reclined fold will plot like this. This will be the fold axis and here lies the axial plane. And in some books you can also see this diagram. So both are correct for the reclined one. So in the next part we will cover the rest features for the classification of folds. So thank you so much.
Do like, share and subscribe my channel and do hit the bell icon.